Welcome to my live stream here. We're right now in the middle of exams here in Cebu with the kids. So we're gonna do a little bit of a review with my son, my older son, as the wife is doing review with the younger one, with Mini Me over there for his exams tomorrow, doing it for his lessons. So basically, we've moved on from multiplications to division now, and he had exams. Yes, you had exams yesterday. Yes, yesterday had exams. Today they had half a day. So we're doing a little bit of review. So we're gonna do a review on basically on the math division. So I'm gonna explain to him some things here on the book, how it tells it, how the lesson goes. So I did the math problems over here that he's gonna do, but he already knows some of the answers, so that gives me hope. So basically, we're gonna answer this question here, and the terminologies too. I'm gonna teach him the terminologies. Okay. So multiplication, it's the factor times the factor equals the product. Now in division, it's the dividend and the divisor and the quotient. Okay? So, a factor times a factor. The factor of 3 times what for a question mark equals 15. Okay, out there, please. He knows the answer, but we're going to explain to him, okay? My helper back here is my niece. She's in 6th grade? Are you in 6th grade? What grade are you in? 4th. She's in 4th grade, and my son's in 3rd grade. So she knows it. She's pretty proficient in math. So she knows all these answers, and he's getting it. So remember when I asked you, what times what? This is what? The question mark. What times multiplied is times 3 equals 15. So the factor of 3 times what factor, question mark, equals the product of 15. There you go. Go ahead and translate for me, please.
3. Unsa ang kanang times sa 3 na magawas ang 15?
My helper. See? Okay.
5.
See, you know the answer already. And why is that, son? Because 3
Times 1.
times these markers. I have to get new markers. These cheap markers equals 15, right? So now, the way we know that is also is 15, which is the, what is it again? I forget the dividend divided by the divisor, which is 5. Excuse me. Oops, I messed that up. 3 equals 15, correct? That's why. Basically, it's the same answer right there. So 15, like I was showing you before. Remember how I was showing you before? Let me, Crystal, there's a, see over there on my tray? There's a white towel. Can you give me that white towel, please?
This?
Yes, please. Thank you, dear. All right. She's my teacher's aide. I need to reward her, guys. So, let's erase this. He knows the answer, so I'm just going to go through these as a review. He knows all these, and he's already looking at the answers ahead, so that's good. He's excited. He's ready to go. That makes it easier for me.
Good job!
So, remember how we were doing this, son? 15 divided by 3, right? Right?
So,
remember how I told you it doesn't go in the tens? Why? Because 3 is greater than 1. So you can't go here. So you have to go both numbers. So 3 is less than 15. Remember when we were doing that a month ago or 2 months ago when you're all greater than, less than? Remember? Yeah.
And equals.
Remember, that's why they were teaching you that. So you would know, oh, well, that's like 3 is greater than 1, so I have to go to 15. Now 3 is less than 1, which is not. But if it was like less than 25, wrong answer, wait. If it was 35, then like that, then you would go here. Okay? So but let's say it was 3 divided by 35, then you would go here. So 3 divided by 3 is how much?
3 divided by 3.
Is
1.
there you go, 1. Why? Because 1 times 3 equals 3. Right? Like that. That's how you do that. But yeah, and then you do that 0, and then you got 5, and then we're not there yet, but that's where we're going. But I just want to explain that to you. I'm just explaining, okay? So we're doing this so you understand all this. The greater than, less than. If you got it, just let me know. But I'm gonna do this with just about every problem. Whoa! Malfunction, guys. Malfunction. There we go. Malfunction. Malfunction. Hello. Nora Ampere. Well, I do care. I do honestly care 100% because I pay for my son's school and I want him to get a good education. I want him to learn. And I want him to get good grades. And I want him to get a good career. I want him to advance from elementary to high school to preparatory to college and everything. So I want to instill to him that math is very important because it's all steps. It's all steps. So right now he's learning in 3rd grade. He's going to have to apply it to 4th grade, like my niece Crystal, that they're going to apply this to later on, which basically I'm going to show him that this is actually all pre-algebra. There's different ways to get the same answer. So anyways, like you're saying, son, the answer is 5, correct. Times 3 is 15, right? 3 times 5 is 15. 0, and then 0 because we subtract, correct? And that's it. That's the answer to that one. So, that being said, Mr. Kinsey, we have other ones. So if we got that concept already, let's do that then. Let's do the rest of the problems, and then you can do the ones on your own because you'll know them anyways. So 6 factor 6 times what factor equals the product of 42? Now let's do it in division. See if we can do it. Okay. So 42 divided by 6. Now, is 6 less than or greater than 4? Is 6 greater or less than 4? Less than, correct. So we have to move over to the 42. So we have to do the whole number. All right? So, let's see. Let me introduce, sorry.
Good job.
All right. So, all right. So, we know that already. So 6 times... Alright, let's do 6 times 5. What's 6 times 5?
6 times 5 equals...
Remember? 5, 10, 15, 30. Remember? 6 fingers. So 6 times 5 equals 30. So it's going to be more because you have still too much room there. So you have to get as close to 42 as possible. So 6 times 6 is?
36.
There you go. Why? Because basically multiplication is addition. Because you add 6 more. See more? 6 more, 6 more. So it's 36. So 6 times 7 equals 42. Correct. Why? Because 36 plus
Flowers.
6, 12,
Oh, mana see?
42. You're adding 6 more. So like I said, multiplication is a fast access to addition. It's just a shortcut to a long addition. So, again, 6 times 7 is 42. So, let me erase all this here to get all this out of the way here.
B, insert ko lang ang
Okay.
non-living things, B. Kabaka sa non-living things. Okay?
Exactly, yes. Roll around 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Exactly. That, I'm going to teach them in the lesson. They do that on the book. And that's going to be the next thing. So, I'm just going through these so he does these problems first. But yes, you're right. That's exactly what I'm trying to teach him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's exactly what I'm trying to teach him. So it's like that's where we are now. But I'm trying to teach him like to do the multiplications. He's got to memorize them basically, and he is a little bit. So we did 7, right? Oops. 7 times 6 is 42. We subtract that number there. 0 and 0. So that's your answer there. That problem is done. So your answer is 7. 7 times. 6 fits 7 times into 42. Remember that. Because there's another lesson I'm going to teach you how that goes in there, okay? Alright. Just remember this. This is the same problems. I'm not making it hard. I'm just giving you the same problems I have here. So the next one is, what product times 8? Is that 8 right there? 8 equals, what's that number say? 72? Do you know top of your head or no? No? Okay, let's see. 8 times 8.
Ayun ang answer ko, living things man eh. Mabuhi man na siya. Ang atong ko ang kanang dili buhi. Kaya ano niya?
64. I'll tell you the answer now. 8 times 4 is 64.
Oh, kanang answer ko, living things
8 times 9.
Exactly.
Kining
So 8, it's okay. Times 9.
Equals 74.
There you go. But it's okay though, because you saw it. You have to multiply it. You multiply it. So like Royal Rance is saying here, like remember how you were counting? Like 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you add those, right? You'd be like, oh, you don't have enough fingers to count all that, right? Right? You'd be like, okay, when you finally figure the answer, you're like, oh, wait a minute, it's 64. Okay, well, let me add 8 more. So it's 2. My numbers are all nasty looking, so let's say here, 64 plus 8 more, 72. So that's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 8, 9 times. That's how multiplication works. It's a long addition. Do you understand that? Yes or no? Yes? Okay. You do understand that? How you're doing addition? So how will you know how to do that? That's why you memorize your times tables. Crystal knows. So that's why she memorized them, right? Because it's a pain in the butt, huh? I know. I had to memorize it too, man. I think I was in 4th grade when I finally started memorizing them. Because I struggled in 3rd grade too when I was in Europe. And I did. I only did 2s. And I'm like, oh, after 2s, everything was hard for me. But then my teacher started taking me 5, 10, 15, then 10s. Everything times 10 is the same. Everything times 1 is the same number. So you start like memorizing, like, hey, you know. So I was, you know, doing your mom, like, you know, teaching. She didn't do. Change that word. Teaching your mom, like I was showing her, hey, you know, I'm doing 6. So let's do in 6s. So 6, 12, 18. No, 18. 20.
24.
24 plus 8 more is. Anyways, so it goes like that. I think I got it wrong, by the way. Yeah. And see, it's there you go. See, she's teaching another way. So that's how many times you count the fingers. Each finger is an 8. So that's how you know. Okay? So we got that, okay? So let's go to the next one. And I appreciate everybody does it in the other ways. You know, that's why I was talking to the teacher earlier and I was showing her about, I see it as pre-algebra. I already see this as all pre-algebra, and this is what it is. Math is just like one step after another. Which one are we doing, Kuya? That one right there? The easy one? Number 4?
Yes.
So what product times 10, keyword 10, so you should already know the answer, equals the factor of 90. And that looks all funky, doesn't it? But that's a question mark, by the way. How much?
80.
What?
80.
80? Oh.
8 and 0.
8 and 0? No, why was it 8 0? We're doing multiplication here, son. So what time, what, the question mark. What times 10 equals 90? Okay, so we do, let's do division. Ah,
Look, you.
oh, careful with the
Look,
pencil.
you. Look,
Let me see.
look, you. 10, 23.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Ah, that's funny.
Look, that's your phone, you. Look, that's your
That's my cell phone too?
Yes.
Do my laptop too.
Okay.
Here you go. Over there. Mini Me's getting jealous that, so he comes over to show me a little drawing he's doing over there. Okay, so son, here. 90.
Alright, that's what I show you, Daddy.
Okay, Osito. Divided by 10. Now is 10 greater or less than 9? Is 10 greater or less than 9? Greater or less than 9?
Let's done.
Then 9? Not 90, then 9.
Ang gone.
Is 10 bigger than 9 or not?
No.
No, right? So that means 9 is greater. So that means you have to do the 90, right? So now, what times 10 makes 90? Every number times 10 you equal 0. Every number times 10 equals, you add a 0. Every number add a 0. Every number times, so 1 times 10, 10. Let's see, 3 times 10 equals 30, correct.
Ah, gone. 10, 20, 30.
So 8 times 10 equals 80, which is what you were telling me earlier. Now, 9 times 10 equals
90.
90. There you go. That is the answer. 9. 9 times 10 equals 90. You subtract 0, 0. Okay, now let's show you that as we're saying, remember? Look. What times 10 equals 90? So 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Right? How much is that? 60. So that's not going to be enough. So you add 10 equals 70. Plus 10 equals 80. So plus 10 equals 90. There you go. I know, it seems silly, but look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 10 equals 90. There you go. That's it. That's how math works. There's more than one way to figure out the same answer. And that's what it's showing in the lessons over here. And we're going to get that. We got one more problem, okay? So you already know the answer to all these problems because that's the ones we're doing right now, okay? Alright. I just, like, guys, you know, my son's in 3rd grade, guys. And, you know, he's getting, like, you know, a couple of months ago, he jumped in from you know, addition, subtraction, to multiplications, to long multiplications, you know, like 3, 4 digits times 2, 3 digits, which was a scramble because I had a lot of numbers. Like here, I'll show you guys. You know, it goes from that to that, you know, some of these. To this. So that's what he was doing before, you know, like in November or so. And then I kept telling him, you gotta get this down because we're gonna have division coming up. And this is where we're at now. We're at division. And I think he's getting the concept a little bit. So what factor, a question mark again.
I know.
I know you know. Let's just review it. Divide times 98. Excuse me. 7.
I memorized that.
I know you did. Equals 98. It's okay. So if you know the answer, what is it? 7? Oh. What factor times factor of 7 equals 98?
7.
So let's do 7 times 7
Times 7.
is 7 times 7 is not 98. Look. 7 times 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's do it right now. 7, 14, 21, 28, 28, 28, 28, 35, 42, 49. So 7 times 7 is 49. It is not 98. Okay? So, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're adding 7 times. 7 times 7 is 49. But that's not the product. So now, we're doing in division. Alright? So here. Let's do division. No problem. It's okay. They always do the hardest one last. Just like I give when I give you the hardest problems last. Right? You knew all the other ones real easy, huh? Because you're getting a concept. You know the answers. You're remembering your multiplications. That's great. So, this one is... So, it is 98. I really need new markers here. Well, okay, I can see 98. Can you see that? 98? You know it's 98, right? Ah, this is starting to dry up. Okay, well, it is what it is. So 7, is that greater or less than? Is 7 greater or less than 9? 7 greater or less than 9? Is 7 bigger or smaller than 9? It's smaller, right? So that means 7 is less than. So the way the teacher taught me is the smaller number eats the bigger number. Or the bigger number points at the small number. Whichever way you want to remember it, okay? Okay? I always say the smaller number eats the bigger number. Or whatever. So, 7 can be divided, or excuse me, 9 can be divided by 7. Because it fits in there one time. Because 2 times 7 is 14. So 1 time. Okay? This is the math that I've been doing with you, that I've been trying to teach you. Right? So what's 1 times 7?
1 times 7 equals 7.
Okay. Now excuse the writing, by the way. It's like my arm's getting tired. So we subtract. So 9 minus 7 is? 2? Okay. Speak a little louder, okay? So it's 2. And then what do we do with the 8s? Bring it down. It must come down to play. Number 8 wants to play. That becomes 28. Now it gets a little easy. Why? Because now we're looking at what times 7 question mark equals 28, which is what we've been doing. What times 7 equals 28? Let's do the math again. 7
times.
Okay, well let's add it. Okay, add it. Let's add it, okay? Let's add it. 7, 7. My marker's gone. 7, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is that 4? Because I already know the answer, but I'm gonna show you.
4.
Ah, okay. 7, 14, 21, 28. Because you memorized. I'm not adding that fast. I'm actually multiplying. Right, Crystal? I'm multiplying. But I memorized. Remember I told you 5, 10, 15. I was trying to get you to memorize all of them. All of them you memorized like that. So 7s you also remember like that. 6s you remember like that. Like, oh, 6, 12, 18. Like, you know, you start memorizing multiplications. So, okay. So 4 times 8. I mean, excuse me, 4 times 7. God, sorry, guys. That's a 14, by the way, up here. 7, I know. I'm dying here. I gotta buy new ones. 28, we subtract. That gives me 0 and 0, and that's your answer. 14, excuse me, times 7. 4 times 8, 4 times 7 is?
28.
Okay. You carry the 2, remember? You got to remember when we're doing all that multiplication, you got to carry it. And you have to write neat so you know where things go. Not all like, you know, like, yeah, because you get confused, right? Remember? You get confused. So, 7 times 1 is?
9. 7 times
Plus
1.
2. Yeah, okay. You're thinking ahead. So, 7 plus 1 I mean, 7 times 1. There you go. 7 plus 2 is 9. Okay, you're thinking ahead. Good. And that is your answer. That's how you check your math. That's where you know. Remember I was showing you? That's how you know the answer's correct here. Okay, well, I think we got that part down of the lesson. Oh, and you already know the answers to all the problems already, that being the hardest one that I gave you. So here, it took me a while to understand how they're explaining this right here. So let us illustrate a problem to solve the first question to illustration. Each square represents the number of donations to each volunteer. So let's say we're giving 30. 30 pesos. God, man. Alright, I know. They're done. That one's just as bad, too. Unfortunately, the store down the street didn't have any. I should have bought some at the bookstore yesterday.
Oh, here.
Okay, 30 pesos. No, don't do that on your skin. It's going to make it worse. Okay, so we got 30 pesos, right? And we want to give to 10.
Daddy, it's here, poo.
Okay, go pick it up then. And my son's going to tell me there's poo-poo out there. Okay, thank you, son. He wants attention. Okay, so we got 30 pesos, right, guys? And 10 equal parts, let's say that's 10 people. So we got 10 kuyas. It's okay for kuyas, okay? So how many is each gonna get? So that's division, by the way. That line, that's a fraction. Okay? So let's do 10 boxes or circles. I'm gonna do circles, okay, not boxes. Let's do 10 each circle is a kuya. 1 kuya, 2 kuya, 3 kuya, 4 kuya, 5 kuya, 6 kuya, 7 kuya, 8 kuya, 9 kuya, 10 kuya. So how many pesos is each kuya gonna get? How do we know that? So we got 30 pesos divided by 10 people. 30 divided by 10. So now, remember how I told you? Every number. So you can't do 3. Why? Because 10 is greater than 10. So you have to do 30, right? We know that already. So what number? Let's see if I don't mess this up. 30 equals 30. So 10 times what equals 30? So let's go 10.
20.
No, how many pesos each person gonna get?
Nay 10 ka kuya. Nya, nay 30 ka buok.
Yeah.
Kaninilit na, nay 30 ka apple niya, 10 ka kuya. Para mahatagan sila tanan.
There needs to be translation. His English is not up there yet.
Pila mo hatag nila para matagan sila tanan. Way sobra, way kuwang. Pila. Pila mo hatag nila, 10 sila ka buok niya. Pila mo hatag nila. 10.
No. There's 30 pesos and there's 10 people.
30 pesos niya, nay 10 ka buok kuya. Pila mo hatag taga-usa ka kuya.
So you're gonna give 3. I'll give you the answer already. So you're gonna give 3 pesos. Why? Why? Look, 3 times 10 is how much?
3 times
10 is 30. So 3 times 10 is 30. Subtract 0, 0. So look, 3 pesos, 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 3 pesos. So every kuya, all 10 kuyas are going to get 3 pesos out of the 30 pesos. Does that make sense to you? Kinda? Yes? No? We'll do more problems like that. I do pesos, so or I'll do cookies or candies, so you, or watermelons or oranges or apples, whatever. So you get the concept of what we're dividing. We're dividing within people. Okay? So that's basically it right there. That's what this problem here says right here. There's 30. Using knowledge application, we will write the multiplication where the factor is missing. So I wrote that. 10 times what factor equals 30? Because I'm showing you this is probably on your test. They're going to show you like this. This is why I'm explaining this. This is from the book, by the way. So 10 times what factor? Factor and factor, remember? A factor, let's pretend a factor. A factor is, like, let's say a factory. A factory is gonna make a mok, right? No. Think about it. One factory is gonna make all this, all the outside parts, but the other factory is gonna make the inside, all the electronic and stuff. So put together is going to equal a complete product. Your product is finished. I mean, pretend it's finished. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. A cell phone. That's a product. One company, one factory is going to do the outside. The frame, all that. Another factor is going to do the inside. What you equal is you're going to get an old Samsung like I have right here. A Samsung 5 that still works, by the way. Okay? So that's what I'm trying to say. So one factor times another factor equals a product. Okay? So one factor times what factor equals 30 as the product. And that's what we were doing here. That's all this what this is right here. The factor of 3 times what factor equals 15? The product of 15. Now I'm just telling you terminology. This is what we call terminology. What they're named. That's the next page, by the way. So they kind of did this here. 10, 20, 30. I don't understand what they're saying. What number do you think that when multiplied to 10, the product will be 30? By skip counting or listing the multiplication. Oh, so 10, 20, 30. They're trying to teach. There's another way of getting the answer. Remember I was telling you fingers? And she was teaching you that too. Remember she was doing this? 10, 5, 10, 15, 20. How many fingers do you have?
20.
No, not 20 fingers. How many fingers do I have? 4. So 4 times 5 is 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. How many fingers do I have?
55. Like 5.
Yes, I got 5 fingers. So each finger is 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's 5 times 5. That's what they're trying to explain here. There's different ways of getting the answer. Like there's the long addition. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So you get 30. Or you skip in tens. 10, 20. That's multiplication fast. Okay? So that's what it says. Equal parts. We can see clearly that the 30 is the third multiple of 10. 30 is the third multiple of 10. 10, 20, 30. The multiple of 10 is 30, which is 3 times 10 is 30. That's all they're teaching you. There's different ways of getting the answer. This right here is this right here. It's the same thing as this right here. This is like counting your fingers. Like, okay, my multiplications. 1 times 10, 2 times 10, 3 times 10, 4 times 10, 5 times 10. How much is that?
5.
5 times 10 is how much here?
5 times
10.
10 equals 2.
5 times 10.
5 times 10
Fi-
25.
10. No, 5 times 10. 10. Look, 5 times 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Each finger is 10 when you're multiplying by 10. Now we're multiplying by 5. Each finger stands for 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay? That's all this is teaching you there. Your brain is starting to go. You want to take a break? Yeah? Okay. We'll take maybe we're doing this for like 40 minutes. All right. Take a half-hour break. All right, guys. We're going to call it quits for now. Thank you for whoever came on. Please write any comments whoever sees this live stream. Any other ways I could probably try to explain this. Yeah, his brain's getting a little too much here for him. He's getting the concept, but I think now it's getting overwhelming with him stuff. So we're going to do more because we right here, it's just the drawings basically is what I was doing with these right here. And I'm trying to do what like he would understand. Like instead of like, product or whatever, pesos, which is that's what they do here in the Philippines. This drawing here is cookies. This problem here says Alex baked cookies for his friends. He wants to divide these equally to 6 friends. How many cookies each of his friends will receive if he's baked 36 cookies? So there's 36 cookies here, right? And there's 6 friends. So there's 1 friend, 2 friends, 3 friends, 4 friends, 5 friends, 6 friends. So it's 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. That's 36. 6 cookies, 6 cookies, 6 cookies. Each friend gets 6 cookies equally. Then it breaks down also over here, which did the same thing over there as over there. So 36, instead of adding, it's subtracting. How I was doing here is the opposite. So it's 36 minus 6 equals 30. 30 minus 6 is 24. 24 minus 6 is 18. 18 minus 6 is 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. And 6 minus 6 is 0. So each equation here is actually equivalent of a friend. So 6 cookies went there. 6 cookies went here. 6 cookies went here. 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I said right here, 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you guys can see that. I can't focus with my glasses too close to the. So that's why I'm explaining to him here. And then I showed this here to my wife earlier. So 6 times 6 is 36. 6 divided by 6 is 36, which is the same thing as here. And yeah, dude, I got all like. What was the name of that movie? Oh God, what was that name of that movie? With Tom Hanks. The Da Vinci Code. Remember when he would see the visualize and like they'll see all like these symbols and everything in his head. Well, dude, I started getting all crazy in school and when we're working for my son, and I broke down. I was trying to explain to him, look, it's the same answer here as. Let me do this. I gotta do this to you guys. I can't do this to my son. I'm gonna confuse the crap out of him. But anyways, so basically, I'm trying to explain that math doesn't lie. Math is a universal language, and there's more way than one to get the same answer. And the way I look at it, everything is kind of like algebra or pre-algebra, as I would say. So, what I was trying to explain to my son is where we're at right now. If the product is 15, right? And you got one factor of 3 times what factor equals 15, right? So I will go like this. 15 divided by 3 equals 5. 5 times 3 equals 15. That gives me 0, right? Or I said like this. He's going to see 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Or he's going to see or he's going to see 15 divided by 3, which equals 5. And these are fractions, which is division. Or, as I see this originally here, what I see it in algebra. I see 3x equals 15, which is to get x alone, to figure for x, we divide this to leave it alone. As I was taught in math class in 7th grade is when I was taught pre-algebra. So that gives me down here x equals 5. My wife just looked at me like I was nuts. Like I was the guy in the division code, like seeing like fucking numbers and symbols out in space. So I flagged down one of the teachers, and she did the same thing, but she understood what I was trying to say. Basically, what she said is there's different methods to get the answer. So when I was a kid, about his age, when it finally clicked on me with division and multiplication, addition, subtraction are all the same thing, just different ways. But in my own mind, I pretty much thought I popped the division code at that moment. I thought, oh my God, I know how to get the answer way faster than these kids, because they're struggling trying to add numbers and everything. If you just memorize this and that and you get the answer this way, because no, dude, it's math. Math works the same way everywhere, and math doesn't lie. And math gets a little bit more intricate and more, as you go along. And that's what I want my son. So I want to pass that along to him, because I wasn't the brightest kid in school. I wasn't. I wasn't. I was a C average. I was maybe a B minus. I would get a B plus, an A minus if I tried real hard in a class or two, but that was it, man. I did not get good grades because I struggled. But when it came to math, damn, dude, that stuff was like, dude, math made sense to me, and I loved it. I don't know if like that's the part in me that, hey, maybe I'm autistic or something in me, but that's the part that clicked on me for me. And yeah, so I'm fascinated with math. So I get excited. This is actually exciting for me to do. So maybe I did miss my calling. I missed my calling as being a math teacher. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna end my live stream here at 48 minutes. Thank you whoever came on. I really appreciate it. I want to appreciate the 177 subscribers. I just gained a new one yesterday or day before yesterday. I really appreciate it. It's actually, I think it's a Filipino national with a channel, and I'm gonna throw a shout out to him in my description. And I want to say thank you for everybody that's come along on this channel, and just whoever comes back, thank you again. It's just a simple channel. It's just me here in Cebu, Philippines, with my family, and I'm making the best of it right now. And until next time, peace out.